Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do just a basic tutorial on foundation and how I do my foundation, how I do my powders, my blushes. Just going to leave my eyes blank. I'm just going to do my face. I've had several people comment or message me and say that they'd really like to see a basic foundation routine. So that's what we're going to do today. First thing I'm going to do, because I just got out of the shower obviously, my hair's a little wet. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take this Dr. Brandt Needles No More Baggage. And I just got this in my last BoxyCharm. So far I really like it. I don't know if it's made that big of a difference. I think most of the time when you try a new skincare item, I think it takes about 6 weeks before it starts really making a difference. I'm going to put that on first. And I just put a little bit or a lot. It's way too much. Ooh, can I get some of that back in there? Anyway, so just a little bit of that. And I just tap it under my eye. And then I go to the outer eye. And then once most of it is off of my finger, then I go on the lid. So just kind of tap that in. And then after I'm done with that, I'm going to go in, before I put my primer on, I like to put a moisturizer on. I've talked about this before, but this is Garnier, the Skin Active Moisture Rescue Refreshing Gel Cream. As I've said before, I really like the gel moisturizers, especially in the summer. I like them because they're very lightweight, and my skin's dry anyway, so I don't have a problem with oiliness. And then I just let that soak in for, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 minutes, and then I'll start with my primer and the rest of my face. So I'll be right back. Okay, now that I've let my moisturizer sink into my skin, I'm going to go ahead and prime it. And I'm going to be using this Makeup Forever. It is the Skin Equalizer Step 1. So I just take that and rub it in, and then I just put it on the place on my face where the pores are more prominent. And you can also put it where you have lines, and I do have lines on my forehead. And my pores through here have gotten bigger since I'm not in my 20s anymore. Whatever. Okay, once I have my primer rubbed in, I'm going to do my foundation. And I'm going to try out some new different foundations on my channel. I just don't have any right now other than Bare Minerals. And I can do a video with that too. If you guys want to see it, just let me know. But I'm going to use the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow. And I have shade 202, 203. If you're lucky enough to find a shade of foundation that matches your skin perfectly, then that's great. Then you don't have to use 2 different colors. I'm a weird color. I'm super pale, but I'm not the palest. So I put a little bit of each color on the back of my hand, and I just mix them together. Okay, so now I've got those mixed together, I'm going to take my Morphe M439 brush. It is my absolute favorite foundation brush, and I just dab it in there, and then I start dabbing on the skin, just kind of all over. And then once I've got most of it off of the brush, I'll take it and just start doing circular motions just to blend it in. And you also don't want to stop right here. You want to blend it down the neck, because you all know that a foundation line is not cool. It's not cute. Live like a turn back Tom. How y'all like Cher? I feel a little wild today. Had a little too much caffeine. What is this red blotch doing? Excuse me? Get off of my face. Okay, now I'm going to take some concealer, and I'm going to use the Tarte Shape Tape, which is my absolute favorite. I'm going to be using Light Sand. It's a little too dark, but I'm also going to use Fair Beige because it's a little too light. Mix them together. Magic. Let's make some magic happen down with your concealer. Y'all gonna watch this video and be like, Claude, Jesus, she's crazy. And I am. Whatever. See, here's the problem. I'm starting to get used to being on camera, looking at myself, listening to my Barry White voice when I edit. You know what? I'm just gonna roll with it. Okay, so a lot of people put concealer in a triangle. I don't do that. I'm watching a YouTuber, and his name is Wayne Goss, and he said something that made a lot of sense to me. He said that whatever you blend is going to spread. Well, I don't want a big glob of concealer and a big triangle under my eye and have to blend it all the way down my face. I just don't need that much. I'm going to take this Real Technique sponge, and I've already gotten it wet. What I do, because even when I squeeze the water out of it, it still has too much, so I take just a hand towel and I just squeeze it a little bit more, because I don't like too much water in it because it can make my makeup separate, and I don't need that. Alright, so then I'm just going to take it and bounce. Just tap it under the eye and then spread it out towards your temple, just so that it gets this whole area down here concealed. And then once I get it tapped pretty good, I go ahead and tap it on my eyelid, because I use concealer as an eye shadow base. Okay, once I have my eyes done, I take the sponge and just tap a little on my forehead, because there'll be just a little bit. That way you don't have just this part highlighted. So I highlight this, and then I also do a little bit on my chin, just a little. You can take more product and put on your forehead and on your chin, but for me it's just too much. I just don't want that much on my face. Alright, so once you have your foundation and concealer blended out the way you want it, you can take any loose powder. I just happen to have this one right now. It's Airspun. Okay, so I just take a little bit of that powder, and I start on the cheeks, because I don't want a lot of powder under my eyes, because it's going to crease up. Even though this concealer is pretty good at not creasing, if you have enough lines under your eyes, I don't care what you do, it's going to crease. So once I have the powder on, then I'm going to go ahead and bronze my entire face. And for this time, I'm going to use, I picked up this butter bronzer from Physicians Formula. I got it at CVS. You can get it at Walgreens. I'd say Walmart. Any drugstore will have it. But I picked it up in the light bronzer because I'm so pale. I use this bronzer all the time, but it's in light to medium, and it's almost a little too dark, because I don't have any kind of tan going on right now. And I haven't in a long time. So I'm just going to take this big Real Techniques powder brush. This is the one I always use for bronzer, and I'm just going to dip it in there. Oh my gosh, and this bronzer smells like coconut. What? Summer, summer, summertime. Okay, and I start on the forehead. Just kind of in circular motions. And then I come down sides of my face. Now go ahead and get under my neck, because my neck is ridiculously pale. And I know a lot of you probably are like, wow, she's putting a lot of makeup on her neck. Well, I don't know what to tell you. My neck is about 15 shades lighter than my face all year round. It doesn't matter what I do. It's ridiculous. Does anybody else have that problem? Alright, once I have the bronzer on, I'm going to... Should I contour today? I don't mind not knowing where I'm headed. Okay, so I'm going to contour, but I like to cut out where I'm going to have my contour hit, just because I don't want my contour, because I get a little ham with the product. I don't want it to end up down here, because then you're just going to have a big brown blob. So what I do is take this Ofra. This is the Translucent Highlighting Luxury Powder, and it's in like a yellow tone. Some people like to use this under their eyes. I can't, because I'm too pale, and it just looks like a big yellow blob. So, but if you're a little bit darker skin tone, you might be able to use this one under your eyes to set it also. So I'm just going to take some of my sponge, and I'm going to start here where I want the bottom of my contour to hit, and then I'm just going to drag it down, so that when I put my contour here, it's hopefully not going to go all the way down because that powder will block it. And then I can just sweep that powder off later. Same thing for the other side. I just start where I want it. Kind of make sure they match. And just go down. Okay, so now that I have that on there, I'm going to take this little brush by Crown. It's the same one I always use for contouring. You can use any kind of brush. I like this one because it's small. I used to use this one for contour, but it's super thick and it picked up too much product. But you can find, you know, a brush that's shaped like this and maybe less dense would work great. For contour, I'm going to use my Tarte Clay Play palette, and I'm going to use this middle shade here. It is in Desert. It's kind of a cool toned brown, which is what you want. You don't want anything too warm because then it's just going to look like you slapped some bronzer on there. Okay, so after I dip my brush in it a little bit, I'm going to tap it off. And then I'm going to go here, and I'm just going to drag that down just right above where I put that powder. Alright, once you got it set where you want it, I take it and just kind of drag it up the side of the face. And then just kind of just put some on the forehead too. I know it looks crazy, but I always blend it out really good. It just gives your face a little dimension. Okay, so now that I've got it laying there, I'm going to take this dense brush that's real thick and blend off any of that excess contour powder. Especially around up here because it showed up a lot more than I thought. Probably because my hair is white. I got my hair done the other day and I got my roots redone. And plus it's wet, so. But you just keep blending, and sometimes it's like, oh my gosh, I've been blending forever, but that's the most important thing. You want to blend until everything, there's no harsh lines. So now I'm going to take this Luxie 516 Duo Fiber powder. I like this brush because it's not very dense, so when I want to take excess powder off, I just sweep it across there and it comes right off. And that's what I use this brush for. Okay, so now that I have my contouring done, I'm almost done with this basic face routine, but I am going to go ahead and put some blush on. And I'm going to use this Note Desert Rose. I got this in a BoxyCharm and it's really dirty. And now I dropped the... Ooh. Why you wanna trip on me? For blush, I'm going to use this Note Cosmetics. It's in the Desert Rose shade. And it's a Luminous Silk Compact Blusher. I got this in a BoxyCharm. Imagine that. And it's just this really beautiful, like corally, peachy, like a dark peach coral color. And I'm just going to take a little bit. I'm going to take this Crown brush that I use for blush. It doesn't have any other identifiers on it. Anyway, and I just, a little bit, because this is potent. And just tap off the rest. Tap. And then I'm just going to go and just put a little bit there. It's a good color. It's a great color. Okay, so once I've got the blush on, I'm done with everything. I went into CVS the other day and I wanted to pick up some new stuff. And I found this. It's by Maybelline. It's the new Master Fix. And it's a setting and perfecting loose powder. And this reminded me of Makeup Forever has a powder very similar to this. And it's very white and it's very translucent, and when you put it on your face it makes your skin look airbrushed. And I bought this because I wanted to see if it was similar to the Makeup Forever one, because I used to be obsessed with it. It's expensive. I haven't bought it in quite a while, but if this is a dupe for it, then I'll be all about that life. Okay, so I just put some in the cap. Put a lot in the cap. I'm going to take this P12 Aesthetica brush, and it's a real, not very dense, but I think it'll be really good putting this very loose powder on, just to see what it looks like. Y'all tell me if you can see a difference. Because I know that the Makeup Forever one is bomb. I love it. On my end, it really did make my skin look more airbrushed. I don't know if you can tell on camera. Maybe not, it may look the same. But in person, it does give a nice airbrushed finish. I don't know. This might actually be a kind of sort of dupe for the Makeup Forever one. I'm sorry, I can't remember the name of it. But yeah, this is kind of cool. It gives you like an airbrushed kind of finish. Like I said, you can see it better in person, but I think I'm going to like this. Okay, y'all, that is it for this video. I just wanted to do a basic foundation routine. I didn't want to mess with my eyes. I just wanted to focus on the skin and the foundation with the contour and the bronzer, because I know I have some friends that really wanted me or really requested me to do this. So anyway, sorry about my hair. I look like Ric Flair, but whatever. Thank you so much for watching this video. Subscribe if you haven't, and let me know in the comments below what you would like to see or if you have any questions. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.